All right, y'all, so welcome back. I'm Kayla. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy that you're joining me for a video today. This is my very first thrift books haul. I also have a few books that I got from a local used bookstore near me, so I'm going to show you those as well. And I also have a giveaway coming up a little later in the video, so stay tuned for that. But I cannot wait to share with you guys what I picked up. My goal was to grab several books that we can use during the school year. My son Axel is in second grade this year, and it's also our first year homeschooling. So I wanted to get several books in our little home library. I got rid of a lot of books that were ones that were kind of too young for him, and then also ones that we just never really read anymore. And the cool thing is that we have a local bookstore where you can trade in books, you can get trade-in credit. So instead of getting cash for it, which they're not going to give you as much cash, you get more if you do trade-in credit, and then you can go ahead and grab more things, as in books and a lot of other stuff they have. So Axel helped me clean out his room the other day, and when he did, we got rid of certain books that we didn't want anymore, and we took them and traded them. I let him use part of that trade value on a few things that he wanted, which he got a couple of costumes and different things they had there at that store that were very, very cheap. He got some Hulk smashing gloves, so he was really happy about that. And then I picked a few books that I wanted us to have for our homeschool library. And then I went online and did my first order for thrift books, and I was so impressed with all the different books that they had, ones that I had had in my Amazon cart for a while, and realized I could get them a lot cheaper by getting them from thrift books and also from my local used bookstore. So definitely check around and see what you have in your area, and also check out thrift books online. I, like I said, am not disappointed in my first haul from them. So without further ado, let's get into it. Hi guys! We got this haul of books in the other day. It came in a few different packages, and I was so excited because honestly the shipping didn't take very long. So I was so excited to dive into these books. We have only read, well, we've used one and we have read two of them so far, and that was just within the last few days. So I can kind of give you my opinion and what I thought of those, but the other ones obviously are brand new to us. So if you have read any of these books that I show today and you have comments on them, definitely let me know down in the comment section below the video. Give me your opinion, or maybe if there's a book you suggest. Also, let me know if you would be interested in seeing maybe a little review of these books after we incorporate them into our homeschool year. Will we get through all of these? I don't know, but if not, we will definitely save some going into the next school year. But anyways, let me go ahead and show you first a few that we've already kind of dived into. And yeah, I was really, really excited about this one because I saw it on Amazon. I had it in my cart on Amazon, and it was a little pricey. The cool thing is I found it on Thrift Books. The thing that I really liked about the site is that they had options on there where you could do acceptable or good or new condition or like new condition. So some of them I went with acceptable, some of that I went with good, and if it was only like a 20-cent difference, I would go with the very good or things like that. So I feel like all the books I got are in pretty good condition, and I'll show them to you. But the very first one is this Draw Right Now. I'll try to pop up a couple of price comparisons on the screen as well, just comparing to Amazon, which of course there are some deals that you're going to get a better deal on Amazon or other websites. But this one in particular is called Draw Right Now. And I started using this with Axel just the other day, and he is loving this, you guys. So he's in second grade, and he loves going through this and trying to see like how to draw the different things. And I'll pop up on the screen what he has done so far. But I thought this was really cool because it says it's a drawing and handwriting course for kids. And what's really neat is because not only are they learning how to draw different animals and different things, but then they also are going to write the sentences. So I got him a little notebook a little while back, and it is perfect for this because there's a box to draw in. And there's also some lines for writing. So there's just a little peek inside the book. And like I said, I'll pop up on the screen kind of what he's done so far. There are several of these books, and I don't think you have to do them in a particular order. I'm not even sure exactly how many there are, but I went with a couple of the cheapest ones I could find. So I got book 1, and then I also got book 6 of this Draw Right Now. And you can see the sentences are maybe like getting, you know, a little bit bigger words, and maybe the drawings are getting a little harder depending. But very cool. So if your kids love art maybe, but they're not as into language arts and getting, you know, where they're writing their sentences and all of this, this might be a good motivation for that. Yeah, I think it could definitely motivate them to get their writing done, but also get some fun in there as well. So highly recommend those two. The first book we read out of our haul is this Last Stop on Market Street. Now this one, I did not even have it in my shopping cart or anything. It wasn't on my list of books to get, but I had added several books to my cart, and then it said check out our bargain section. And this one was only like $1.99, I think. So I thought, why not? So I got it, and basically it's about a little boy and his grandmother, and they are walking, and he sees his friend has a car, and he says, you know, Grandma, like, why don't we have a car? And they're having to ride the bus, and she kind of just shows him how appreciative, you know, you need to be to have the bus to be able to take you places, and look at all these things you get to see when you're on the bus. And it has different people coming onto the bus, and you know, they're talking to them and interacting with them, and it's just like a really nice book. I liked it, and I'll pop up on the screen also. I printed out a little sheet. It wasn't like the best quality, but I just Googled a sheet, and I got one that asked some questions about the book. So it basically asked, you know, what is something that they saw for free on the bus? What is something that they did, like 2 acts of kindness? I can't remember exactly what the sheet said, but I'll have it popped up here on the screen. So that was kind of cool to let Axel, you know, fill that out. And it also helps him with retaining what he learned in the story. Another book that we picked up is this one called Those Shoes. And honestly, you guys, I really, really like this one. It was only a couple dollars on there. And it was really, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but Axel, like, he was really attentive during the story. And basically, you know, you can see all the boys on here, they all have the same pairs of shoes, and like he has different shoes over here. And throughout the story, the little boy, you know, he wants these shoes so bad, and they cost so much money. And you know, at one point he has a pair of shoes that are not the coolest shoes, and he's getting made fun of for his shoes and that kind of thing. And then he has a friend whose shoes are even worse than his. And it just really, I think, is something good for kids to read. So anyways, without telling the whole entire story, definitely a good one. I would definitely suggest this. It's Those Shoes. The next thing I picked up was something that I thought would be kind of fun for Axel. So he's been asking a lot of questions lately about football. We still haven't decided what extracurricular activity to put him in, especially now that we're homeschooling, and he's never really asked to play a certain sport or things like that. When Chloe was little, she played soccer, so we did that because that's what she wanted to do. Now that she is middle school, high school, she's into theater and things like that. For him, I've kind of just waited to see what he's interested in. He's mentioned things like wrestling. He's mentioned things like football. So we'll see how it goes. But I did get him this little book, and it says the Everything Kids Football Book. And it's kind of cool because it just says the all-time greats, legendary teams, today's superstars, and tips on playing like a pro. So I thought that he might be interested in this. Like I said, we haven't looked through this one yet, but maybe, you know, to decide if that is something that he'd be interested in. So wanted to grab that. A couple of different ones that I've had in my Amazon cart for a while, so I was kind of excited to find these on Thrift Books because on Amazon they were around $12 or $13 each. This first one, it's called The Garden, the Curtain, and the Cross. So it says the true story of why Jesus died and rose again. So I thought that this would be a good one. Of course you could read it anytime, but also I thought this might be a good one to read around Easter with Axel. So I wanted to go ahead and pick this up. The other one that I picked up that also was on my list was God's Very Good Idea. So it says a true story about God's delightfully different family. So see that one. I thought this one might be pretty nice as well, and it'd be, you know, ones that we can read together, and there's pictures and all of that. So I definitely wanted to get several, you know, picture books and all of that because of course, you know, he's 7, but he still loves looking at the pictures and everything. Also wanted to pick up a couple of books that maybe would help to learn about presidents and elections and different things like that, you know, history. So a couple things I picked up. I thought this one might be good. Hopefully it is. It says Weird But True, Know It All, U.S. Presidents. And it's National Geographic Kids, and it looked like it might be something kind of funny, like you can learn about the presidents but also learn like funny facts about them. So it says Thomas Jefferson is remembered for being one of the founding fathers and writing the Declaration of Independence, but did you know he also introduced French fries to America? No, I did not. So I guess it'll just have like weird fun facts and everything, but just to show you kind of how it looks inside and all that good stuff. So hopefully that'll keep him a little entertained. I also got this book. So this book is in a little rougher condition than the other ones, and honestly I wish that it had shown pictures inside, because even on Amazon, I had looked at this on Amazon and it didn't show what the inside looked like, so I didn't really realize that the setup is how it is. I was thinking it was like a book that we could read. Of course it still is, but anyways, it's called One Dead Spy by Nathan Hale, and it says a revolutionary war tale. And so it's got like several pictures and everything, but it is set up like a comic, and it didn't cost much, you know, but I'm not sure how I feel about it, so let me know if you have read this with your kids. Did you like it? Do you like that setup of it? Because that's the only thing, you know, I'm kind of unsure about. Another one that I was looking for at my local bookstore that I could not find was this Sofia Valdez Future Prez. This is one that I wanted to get. So I've heard that it's a cute story, and I have not, you know, read it yet, but it says a winner for storytime reading. The strength of this series is in the positive portrayal of diverse kids engaging in various arts and sciences. It says adventure, humor, and smart, likable characters. And I just thought that one would be cool because I want to, you know, teach them a little bit about elections and things like that. So there is one book that we can use towards that. Now, before I show you guys some chapter books that I got that are going to be more for read alouds, I want to show you a few of the books that I got in my local bookstore. So going on that same theme of teaching about elections and presidents and stuff like that, a couple of other books that I wanted to get, I was really excited to find at my local bookstore. So I found this one, Duck for President. We actually read this one the other day, and Axel thought it was pretty funny, and I found it for just $2, and it was way more on Amazon. So I'm so glad that I looked at the local bookstore before purchasing that. Then also, I found this one, and it's called House Mouse, Senate Mouse, and it says, proudly presenting the Squeaker of the House and the Senate Mouse Majority Leader. So anyways, it talks about how laws are made and different things, and we actually read this one the other day too, and Axel also thought this one was pretty funny, and I got it for just $3.50 at my local bookstore. Now, a couple that I got at my local bookstore, it's called McKay's, by the way. I'm in Tennessee, and I think they have a few locations in Tennessee and a few other states, so you may have one near you. A couple of the other ones that I got that we have not read yet, so I can't give any kind of review on, but I got this one. It's Facts and Opinions, or Facts versus Opinions versus Robots. It was only 95 cents. So I thought, why not? We can talk about the difference between facts and opinions. Then I got this one, and that one right there, that Facts versus Opinions versus Robots, again, was like way more on Amazon, and I think it was one of the teacher's picks that they have on there, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get this. I thought that was really good. Then I also got the Word Collector. Again, it was only $1.25, and it was another one that was highly recommended on Amazon, so I was able to find it super cheap at my local bookstore. So hopefully it's a good one as well. And then just for fun, as Axel's learning how to read, I got him this book because as he learns how to read, once he is able to read a little more on his own, he can do some knock-knock jokes for us, and it was only 50 cents for this highlights knock-knock joke book, so I think that he will enjoy that one. But now I'm going to get into the books that I chose for read alouds for us for this year. With our read aloud books, will we get through all of these this year? I don't know, but I wanted to go ahead and get several different ones just in the first few weeks of school. We're about 4 weeks in, and we have been doing our read aloud, which basically when we're at the end of our school day, I've been reading a few chapters from this book each day to Axel. And even when it was the weekend, you guys, he came up to me, and it was like, I think it was a Saturday night, and he said, can we read some more of The Wild Robot? And I was like, yeah, sure. So it makes me excited that he's excited to hear the story. He's into it. So that one I had found at our local bookstore, like I said, and that one was $4.75, I think. And that was one that I had in my Amazon cart. So from Thrift Books, I went ahead and ordered the second one because after we finish The Wild Robot, depending on how that goes, we may want to read the second one, which is The Wild Robot Escapes. So there's that one. So definitely wanted to go ahead and get that on hand in case we want to get into that next. A few other books that I picked for read alouds for us for this school year. I picked up this one. I've heard good things about it. Will we like it or not? I don't know. But it's called Zoe and Sassafras, Dragons and Marshmallows. And it just looked kind of fun. And The Wild Robot has a few pictures in it. This looks like it has a few little pictures in it. And it says, after Zoe discovers a glowing photo, she learns an amazing secret. Injured animals come to their backyard barn for help. When a sick baby dragon appears, it's up to Zoe and Sassafras, what did I say? to figure out what's wrong. Will they be able to help little Marshmallow before it's too late? And then it also says that there's more books in this series. So if that's something that we end up liking, we can get more books in the series. Apollo's joining us, you guys. He's like, what are you guys doing? Another book that I picked up was My Father's Dragon. So another read aloud that we can do, and it also has a few pictures. This one has a few reviews here on the back. It says, this is without question the funniest book that we have seen for a month of Sundays. It is also an exciting adventure story. So I'm definitely excited to read that with him. I think that, you know, anything that has to do with like dinosaurs and dragons and robots and all this stuff will seem pretty cool. Now this book, I don't know a lot about it, but I've heard good things, and it looks like it might be a little bit of an older book, but it's called Frindle. So Frindle, it says, is Nick Allen a troublemaker? He really just likes to liven things up at school, and he's always had plenty of great ideas. But it looks like Nick's days of classroom shenanigans are over, thanks to his no-nonsense teacher, Mrs. Granger. This is until Nick learns an interesting tidbit about how words are created. This inspires his greatest plan yet. Invent a new word. From now on, a pen is no longer a pen, it's a frindle. But what happens when the word starts to catch on around school and around town? Suddenly, Frindle doesn't belong to Nick anymore. The word is spreading, and there's nothing Nick can do about it. Okay, so let me know if you've read it. What do you think? A few other books that I got for Read Alouds for Us. I got this one called Wings of Fire. It says A Dragonette Prophecy. And I think this one was in a series, so I believe I got the first one in the series. It looks to be in pretty good condition. Not many pictures in this, it doesn't look like, but something that we can read. Then I got this one, not gonna lie, I thought it looked interesting. It has a big old cat on it. And it says Crenshaw. So I'm assuming that this little boy maybe has a big imaginary friend cat. I don't know. So we will see. A couple of other ones that I picked up that I've heard good things about. This one's called Inside Out and Back Again. And let's see what it says. It says, for all the 10 years of her life, I may be saying that wrong, has only known Saigon. The thrills of its markets, the joy of its traditions, the warmth of her friends close by, and the beauty of her very own papaya tree. But now the Vietnam War has reached her home. And her family's, maybe I'm saying it wrong, and her family are forced to flee as Saigon falls, and they board a trip headed towards hope. This is the moving story of one girl's year of change, dreams, grief, and healing as she journeys from one country to another, one life to the next. So that one definitely sounds like it would be a really good book for us to read. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school, I remember reading several books by Lois Lowry, and I remember reading like Number the Stars and different things. And this one I have not heard of, but I'd be interested to read it because I do remember other books by her. I think The Giver is also written by Lois Lowry, but this one is the Willoughbys. So we will see. And like I said, if you've read this one, let me know down in the comments what you think. The last book I have to show you guys, this one, the only thing I was disappointed about with it is that the cover of this book looks different than the one I chose online. So I was like, you know, I like the way the other one looked better, but I don't know if we'll really get into this or not, but I thought it doesn't hurt to have it on hand. It was super cheap. The price that's on it, I guess, is a price from somewhere else. But anyways, it's Tales from Shakespeare. So it says by Charles and Mary Lamb. And it has like a few pictures in it, not much, but the picture online made it look more like a kid's book, I guess you could say. So I might have picked up the wrong thing there, but overall I'm really happy with my book haul. And then I want to show you guys one more thing. Hold on. The last thing that I wanted to talk to you about is, I know that I had told you guys a little while back that I was going to do a giveaway here on my channel, and I thought this was the perfect time to do a giveaway because when I was at my local bookstore and I was looking through the books, I found a few duplicates of books. So with the price being so cheap, I just wanted to grab them because when you look at the price of the books at the used bookstore versus the price of buying them brand new, it's just so crazy where you could spend, you know, a few dollars at the store versus spending, you know, $40 online ordering the books. Yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and grab a few extras that I would like to give away to one of you guys. So if you would like to enter to win the books, definitely make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. So all you have to do to make sure you're a subscriber, if you're not yet, is just hit that red subscribe button down below. It's completely free to subscribe, and I'd love to have you over here. Also, if you'll leave me a comment below and let me know what your favorite book is, or maybe what is your child's favorite book, or both, you know, what's something that you like to read together, or what is your favorite book. I would love to hear that. And give the video a thumbs up. Those are the only steps you need to take to enter to win this giveaway for these books. I'm going to show you what books they are so you can see if you even want to enter to win. But yeah, and then I'll announce the winner for these books in my next video. The books that I found duplicates of that I wanted to include in this giveaway is The Word Collector, Facts versus Opinions versus Robots, Duck for President, and the last stop on Market Street. So one person will win all of those. How many books do we have here? Somebody will win all 4 of those books, and I would love to be able to give them to you to put into your little book collection at home, whether it's for homeschool or just to read to your kids. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments below what you thought about the Thrift Books haul. If you enjoyed it, I hope that you did. Maybe it gave you some ideas of books that you want to grab for your kids. Again, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you have advice about any of the books, if you've read some of them, I'd love to hear it. And don't forget to enter that giveaway by telling me what your favorite book is, liking and subscribing. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.